Good morning to every Filipino watching the news.
Welcome to today's news. Here to bring March 29 hottest and latest news.
Climate change strikes again as fishermen from Pilar are battling against the decline of catches in their area amidst the pandemic. We'll learn more about this latest news to Miss Jeni Ann Navarro. Miss Jeni Ann.
Good morning, JC. Climate change is giving fishermen a hard time. According to Colin Serrarino, a fisherman for 25 years here in Pilar, Ponson Island, used to catch many fishes for his family to eat and even has extra to sell. The island is easily affected by climate change, which resulted fishermen going home without catching any, despite fishing all day. Because of this, the community of Pilar now works with NGO, Rare for Food Security in this pandemic, and also the future in coastal protection.
Jeni, since WARE is a non-government organization, what exactly is their goal?
Their project goal is to protect coastal regions and to create sustainable fisheries and livelihoods. They also put up additional measures in response to the pandemic to make sure communities will not experience shortage.
Thank you for your report, Jeni.
Meanwhile, Rielan is here to give us an update about what climate change pattern should we expect in the upcoming month 2021.
Good morning, Alexis. It seems that La Nina still continues despite reaching its peak last October to November 2020. Based on the findings of World Meteorological Organization, there is 65% chance that La Nina will continue until April 2021. But there are also 75% chance that will change to ENSO neutral by April to June 2021. WMO predicts sea surface temperature in the Pacific to range between -1.2 to 0.1 degrees Celsius. From the coverage degree, as of to date, WMO is closely monitoring changes of ENSO from upcoming months.
Question, Rielan. Does this mean it will change to ENSO neutral and would carry on until year-end, or the climate pattern is possible to change as months passes by?
As of now, WMO is still unsure what climate pattern to expect this half of 2021 and is closely monitoring whether ENSO neutral remains. La Nina would continue to persist or La Nina will develop. Alexis?
Very well. Moving on from climate talk to globalization. Reports are saying Chinese vessels believed to be from Chinese militia member is spotted anchored at Julian Felipe Reef. Further details will be discussed by April Rose ORDOÑO. April?
Yes, Alexis, based from Inquirer.net, Philippine military forces reported seeing those vessels and believe they are from Chinese maritime militia members just this March. However, according to Similarity US-based research company, has seen those vessels since November 2022. So that President Duterte spoke to Chinese Ambassador Duang Xilian about these vessels, wherein the ambassador explains that they are only for fishing. As of March 21, the country files a diplomatic process asking the ships to leave, but the China did not heed the call. Because of the Secretary Blinken of the US government posted on Twitter today stating, "The United States stand with our ally, the Philippines, in the face of PRC's maritime militia amassing the Whitsun Reef. We will always stand by our allies and stand up for the rules-based international order."
April, can you tell us how did the government take China, ignoring the diplomatic protest of asking their vessels to leave the reef and the remarks about the vessels already there since November of 2020?
Defense Secretary Delphine Lorenzana says the satellite images by Similarity are new information that government didn't have. And regarding about the China ignoring the diplomatic protest, Defense Secretary Lorenzana also states more ships will patrol the West Philippine Sea if China continue to refuse on removing those vessels, JC.
That is something that I'm not looking forward to. Looks like there's going to be a dispute. By the way, moving on to the vaccine update, the first vaccine government has bought is arrived here in the country. Let us learn more of this update to Miss Nica Joyce Mendoza, currently live at Pasay City. Miss Nica?
Good morning, JC. 1 million doses of Sinovac vaccines worth 700 million pesos arrives here at Villamor Air Base in Pasay City today. The country says that they plan to obtain 25 million doses of Sinovac by the year end. President Duterte, Senator Bongo, Health Secretary Francisco Duque III, National Task Force Against COVID-19 Chief Implementer and Vaccine SAR Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr., and Chinese Ambassador to the Philippines, Rielan, are all present at the airbase to receive the vaccine. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana states that the vaccines will be used on barangays in NCR, thus Bubble, where there are high coronavirus infections. This is based on Vaccine SAR Secretary Carlito Galvez Jr.'s suggestion. Meanwhile, citizens are complaining about the slow vaccination is taking, where Vaccine SAR Carlito Galvez Jr. reassures them that the government aims to raise its weekly vaccination from 30,000 to 300,000 due to the arrival of Sinovac vaccine. Reporting live from Pasay City, this is Nica Joyce Mendoza. Back to you, JC.
Thank you for your report, Nica.
Leaving all the heaviness behind, here is something online shopper or seller would enjoy. Lindane, how is online shopping doing here in our country?
It is going very well, Alexis. Filipinos started to adopt e-commerce lifestyle as they took their shopping spree online since the pandemic hit the country. And according to the Global Web Index Coronavirus and Consumer Behavior Research, Filipinos took a shift on their consumer priorities, like delaying the purchase of luxury items and focuses on their necessities instead. However, this didn't stop online selling and online shopping to become a trend. Maternity and baby items are the best selling online, followed by sanitary for accessories, beachwear and accessories, cooking and baking tools, work from home equipment, and fashion. That's all from me. Lindane RILLERA report.
Speaking of online shopping, I remember I bought a baking tool lately. I try to bake whenever I have free time, and eating is always the best part. Anyways, it seems like online shopping is not the only trend, but also social media and internet usage, as the country ranked first in internet and media usage yet again.
Indeed, Alexis, Philippines have ranked first in internet and media usage again for the last 6 years. According to We Are Social at Hootsuite's annual report, Filipinos spend an average of 4 hours and 15 minutes each day on social media, while the global average for social media usage again is 2 hours and 25 minutes. And in internet usage, Filipinos spend 10 hours and 15 minutes per day, where the average usage is 6 hours and 54 minutes only. Philippines, being under a very lengthy quarantine due to the pandemic, are forced to stay indoors, buying food and other necessities online, which contributed to their high internet usage. This is Nicole GURION. Back to you, Alexis.
And that's the end of today's hottest and latest news. Thank you for your time. I'm Alexis ESPINUEVA.
And I am Carlo and FLORES. Remember to stay up to date here at today's news.